Hi, I'm Anthony Diaz, and Christmas break is actually over, and it's time for the video. But what I wanted to bring up about this video is why I think you should cut your weight. One reason for this is I think it builds good habits. I know I've been saying I've been cutting, but I've only recently started taking it serious. I'm intermediate fasting right now, and it's building really good eating habits. I feel like ever since I started doing it 2 days ago, I feel like I could do anything right now, to be honest. I feel like I could actually cut the proper way now. I feel like my face is feeling leaner. My whole body's feeling a little bit leaner, I still got weight, but I'll post some progress in 6 weeks. Show you guys the progress. Right now I'm this is gonna sound crazy, I'm really overweight, but I don't really look it. I am 82 kg, I think. Yeah, 82.20 kg. Or 84, I can't remember. But in pounds, I'm just 187 pounds. So, we got some cutting to do. I'm probably not gonna stop until either I reach my goal or the end of the year. So I guess that's one of my 2026 goals of this year. It's something I've been wanting for a while, but as for why I think you should cut, especially if you're fat, I think it would be just very beneficial to do, because it'll build those good eating habits, and you'll want to stay away from junk food more often. My aunt bought me chips, and I ain't really want them. But yesterday there were some muffins. I didn't eat those because I didn't want that, because I know that there's some other better things to eat. And to be honest, I'm not eating the absolute best right now. I could be eating even better. But what I ate today was just a lunch meat sandwich, which doesn't sound too healthy, but it got me protein. I think there was 30-something grams or 20-something grams. It was a lot of protein. But the only downside of that is lunch meat can be very processed and get you diseases. And that's not good to have, obviously. And then there's I ate 2 protein shakes. I think protein shakes aren't bad. There's just better options than them. But I didn't have any better options because there's literally only ground beef, and I am not cooking within a hour, couple hour span, because that's when my intermediate fasting period is. And as long as you're tracking your calories, I don't think it can go wrong with intermediate fasting. You're not under eating. For one, you just got to eat a lot in one period, but not over your calorie limit. Don't eat junk food even while you're intermediate fasting. Just because you get to eat more and a lot of food in a certain period of time does not mean you get to eat that junk food, because they are super high in calories, carbs, and all that makes you look even worse and feel worse. And I feel like intermediate fasting's been making me feel a lot better. Sorry with messing my hair. I just got the shower and I didn't put nothing in it, but there's that. And I just feel like doing so much productive stuff right now. It didn't only change eating habits, it changed everything. I'm drinking more water. That's probably why I feel so good right now. I'm drinking a lot of water. I'm on 90 something ounces, and I need 98 or 96 or 94. somewhere around there. But I only need like I need 94 ounces of water, and I've already drank like 90 or 88. Hold up. Oh. All right, and it just builds a lot of good habits. Like, I'm walking on the treadmill for a whole hour to get like 4,000 steps. If that's a mistake, let me know. But it just felt like I was getting leaner in the moment while I was walking on the treadmill, because it was for a whole hour. My feet did hurt bad afterwards, so I guess they're gonna have to adapt to that. But you know, and I ate a lot of grams of protein today, which usually never happens. But I think, although calorie tracking can like really mess up the way you think about food, the way you think about food is very important, I think. And even if it's like, even if you don't like what you see in food, you're gonna know what's bad in it and what's not good about it, and then you're gonna be able to take that out of your diet and then eat better foods. Like, for example, instead of eating like, I'm trying to think of something you could do. I'd say instead of eating rice, you should eat potatoes instead. I feel like they're way less calories for way less carbs. You know? They also taste a lot better in my opinion. Yeah, there's just like a lot of counterparts to foods that you could be eating that are way better, you know? And I just really recommend intermediate fasting because it's been treating me really well for the past 2 days. And I feel like I might actually be able to reach my goal this time around. It's been a long road of trying to figure it out. I know most kids my age are like most gym kids my age are already like lean, but I'm just now figuring it out, you know? Like, they got to try out all the things they want to earlier, and I was just, being a no-life, to be honest. I could have been making my time so much more worth it, and I wasn't prioritizing a weight scale. I guess that's what really made me lock in, I guess, is the weight scale, you know? I got to see how heavy I was, and then it got me self-conscious about my weight, which is a good thing, by the way, because you know that that's what you need to change, you know? If I was 180 pounds in pure muscle, like if people would call me Jack 24/7, I wouldn't necessarily need to be cutting. I could either be maintaining or even bulking still if I want to go up damn near 200 pounds, but like, it really just, intermediate fasting is a really good method of eating. I feel like it's terrible if you're not tracking your calories, but since I am, it is good. And I feel like why it's bad if you don't track your calories is because you'll be so hungry up to that point that, especially if you don't drink water really helped me not feel hungry. Like, I was hungry, don't get me wrong, but like, I could have went like 2 more hours without eating before I had to eat, you know? Water really helps a lot in fasting. Ooh. And please tell me if I'm wrong. I know what I'm doing, but like, please tell me if I'm using the wrong term for what I'm talking about. But you know, the purpose of this video is to really like emphasize that you can do it too. You know, you can really cut weight if you want. I know it's possible because I've seen it happen around me. You know, like, I don't exactly got all that experience quite yet, but it's coming. I can tell you by 2026, I will be lean again. Well, not again. I used to be skinny. I guess I should say not fat again. But, you know, yeah, because I started out as skinny. That's when, that's probably not a good idea. I'll edit that out. I started out skinny. Then I did the most stupid thing that I could have done. I did a dirty bulk, and that's really. And then my eating habits were so, oh sorry, terrible. Like they were bad, you know. Like I was eating so much junk food, so much processed food, and that's real. I feel like sure, if you eat if your maintenance is 2,000 calories and you eat 1,700 calories, you will lose weight. But let's say you eat 1,700 calories and it's only processed junk food. The thing about processed junk food and junk food in general is that it doesn't really fill you up that well. Let's think here. Chips, bread. Well, is bread processed? I don't know, but I feel like bread doesn't fill me up that much. So we'll include bread, I guess. I need to think here. Sorry, I can't really process because it's pretty late at night, you know. There's that. I'm trying to think of other food. Sorry. Just junk food in general, to be honest, like candy, pizza rolls, any pre-made meat, chicken or chicken nuggets or chicken tenders, or if you're gonna eat those foods, you need to make them naturally with whole foods. Even if if you're craving it that much, you could eat those as long as you use whole foods, you need to be using breadcrumbs, egg, and what's it called? Flour in order to make chicken tenders and chicken nuggets. If you're really craving those foods, that's how you would do it. Because you don't want to be eating that processed stuff that only it's gonna take longer to do that, but it's gonna be, you're still gonna get that same satisfaction, but opposed to if you ate 1,700 calories and only chicken, beef, potatoes, rice, even lunch meat, even though it has a lot of issues with it, those natural foods, broccoli. I had a meal with broccoli today, and it filled me up so much, and it was only 700 calories. Right now, my maintenance or cutting calories are 2,300. So, at least that's what I think. So, I'll have to check the scale in a week to see if I decrease in weight through cutting like that. But, sorry, my sister has control of my LED lights. But, just eat whole foods, Whole foods are infinitely, and they don't even taste worse than processed foods, really. Processed foods are just so fast to make that people just want them, almost every household, I feel that isn't prioritizing the gym has processed foods. And that's why I don't really like to eat at other people's houses anymore, because all the food's processed. Sure, it has all the macronutrients, but what's the point if it's not filling you up and you want to eat even more? Especially if you're not tracking your calories, If you're tracking calories and you're eating processed foods, that's a little bit better. But the point is that processed foods still make you feel more full, because I'm pretty sure carbs can make you feel more full, because they are probably the least satisfying macronutrient. But opposed to fat, which isn't in a lot of processed foods, only some lunch meats, and I can't really think of any other processed foods that fat is in, and protein, which once again, your only options are high carb meals like chicken tenders or chicken nuggets, for example, opposed to wait, what was I even talking about? I can't remember. Oh my God. But point is, carbs hold way less volume. Like, volume in meals is like how much fills you up, and like unprocessed foods and like whole foods have way more fiber than actual, and fiber is what, like another micro, or I don't know if it's micro or macro. I think it's macro since it's measured in grams. But that's what, like, it's literally, the definition of it is to fill you up more, and it's honestly better, and yeah, this video was kind of just a guide to cutting, honestly. Cutting, I used to think it was really, really hard, but now that I think about it, it's really not. All you have to do, which I thought there was a way to do it without tracking calories, but tracking calories is superior in every way. That's one of the things you gotta do. Eat whole foods. Cut out all processed foods. Like, occasionally, like, snacks. Like, I think you can bring some snacks into that household, but portion control. That's one of the best things. That's probably the best tip right there. Portion control. Because then, if you, if you eat a whole bag of chips, that's terrible portion control. Like, there's at least 1,000 to 2,000 calories in each big bag of chips. It'd be better for a small, but that's still like 400 for a singular bag that doesn't even fill you up. So what's the point, And the only, like, bag of chips I would eat is, like, super small snack size bags. And if you're gonna get, like, a big bag of chips or the 400 calorie size bag of chips, I'd only eat one serving, or maybe two if you're, like, craving it that much. And if you have enough protein and, like, enough macronutrients in your system already, But all right, it was. We led off of, what's it called? I can't remember, but the fourth thing is gonna be water, and it fills you up. It gives you, like, enough energy for your like, it might sound crazy to say, but I feel like the water gives you more energy through your muscles than actual food. Like, I guess it's hydration, because hydration really helps with how you feel and, like, how energized you feel. I feel like that's an important factor. Like, you could last a long time without food, but compared to water, food lasts way longer than water, which is why you need to be consuming enough water each day. Because if you're doing an intermediate fasting technique, you're gonna feel very nauseous every time you work out. At least if you're working out the right way, like, intensively. You have to be tracking your calories, drinking enough water, like, and tracking your weight. That's probably 5 best tips I can give you for cutting, me personally. And there's also some tricks you can do, like getting enough steps in the day, or like doing your cardio, or being more aggressive with the weights, like moving around, and not even I already talked about steps. Oops, never mind. But doing more stuff that incorporate even more steps, like 10,000 steps is good. Like, you could probably drop down to, like, a lot of weight, but if you get, like, more, like 15,000 steps, then you could drop down even more pounds without the sacrifice of muscle mass, as long as you're not sprinting. Keep in mind that whenever you're sprinting, it's going to use more of your storage of carbs, and what's the one thing carbs are made of? Like, glucose, I think it was called. It uses a lot of your glucose and carb reserves. Correct me if I'm wrong. And why do that when you can use your fat reserves instead? It just makes way more sense to me. And of course, you're gonna need some like intense cardio, like sprinting or boxing or like even jogging. I'd say is kind of aggressive because you have to be, you know. I would still do that like 3 times to 5 times a week, and only like 15 to 30 minutes each time you do it. Because one, you don't want to sacrifice muscle loss, but the benefit of doing aggressive cardio is that you get to cut more calories out. That's what cardio is made for. It's made for cutting out calories. And like slow, not intensive training is gonna cut out that fat a lot more. So it really depends, you know, what kind of cardio you want to do right now. Like if you want to cut more calories out and like want to drop weight and not fat, like if you just want to drop weight, I do high intensive cardio. But if you're looking for like losing fat, I'd go with less intensive cardio because it'll use less carb reserves, you know. But I think this is the end of the video. Please subscribe to me and share me because I am trying to grow and make a business soon. Bye.